5.
Okay, let's get our first ban underway. Can you bring up the scoreboard for a second, Michelle, if you do not mind?
I certainly can.
Okay, so first ban coming in out from the side of 2Trappy is going to be the Hibana ban. That is going to limit the hatches that the opponent can get. Interesting to see now who the side of Missclick are going to ban after their last game, which they banned the Flores. Second ban coming out is going to be Nomad to try and limit that rotation that can come up from blue stairs or the main stairs all over this map. If you can cut this rotation off, it can make it absolute hell for the defenders to move around the map and actually get these flanks off, which Missclick so love to do. Right, Shami, you can put the scoreboard away now.
I know. Sorry, I was doing the.
It's fine.
You should have said.
I know. Right. First defense ban coming out from the side of Missclick onto the Cade, making hatches for the bomb site a little easier to get and making those CEO walls a ton easier to get also. Valkyrie taken off the board, reducing that intel that both sides can utilize when they're on the defense. It's going to hinder the defense this first round, as the information is going to be very limited due to the lack of intel ops they can bring.
I'm not surprised at the bans, to be honest. Are you?
Very standard bans. Nah, not very standard bans. To be fair, the Valkyrie ban coming out from is very standard ban, to be honest. That intel is so important, both to every team really. It's no great surprise that's after being taken off the board so quick. We'll swap in from the Jaeger to the Echo though. Interesting to see how that's going to play out with the Franks that Zeus are going to bring. Going to be some interesting plays.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Interesting
bombs.
choice.
What have we got then? The Broccoli hiding in red. Will back to back with them. That's probably the strat, I would think.
Standard rotates coming out though from the side. Oh, it's click. Standard setup is nothing insanely into normal.
Yeah, pizza done for.
Barricading off the lobby.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Kind of interesting, to be honest. This is not very
5 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't barricade up,
Attackers'
but I
objective
think
is
it's
to
just
locate
making
a
sure
bomb
that
and defuse it.
it's going to have some sort of sound call, I guess,
Yeah.
playing
Oh,
upstairs.
okay, so if you go for hatches, is
Yeah.
that janitor hatch being reinforced also?
Yeah, it's quite common though, so because a lot of people play off, they can't play off the top there, they can't sit in janitor and be a bit safer because it's a bit of a pain to sit inside a open area and open up hatches as opposed to just doing it that way. Suther with a big long angle though, all the way across towards the top of the banana staircase just to hold and wait to see if anyone goes for a rotate through, but isn't going to be rewarded for the patience there and decides instead to just go and support the team on a different rappel. Larlon moving up towards that ATM area as well. This is actually going to be your first attempt at going for the cast on bank, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Larlon getting in the opening engagement towards that Vigil of Ali B that is holding towards the front door entrance from ATMs. Some reinforcements as well upstairs, so they are aware that there could be some sort of push coming in towards that archived area. Tatter's now getting up onto the door and getting aggressive, but they still can't get in yet because Missclick are still showing them a little bit of resistance courtesy of Ali B. Space Pick on the hatch as well. They're playing with the hatch open, so they're playing this quite fluid room game. They do have Space Pick, they do have Pizza Parker on the top who's also going to go for the rotate up to the top floor, and they actually need to be careful here because there's quite a few of them inside of the lobby there, and they're just could be on the receiving end of a Pizza Parker special there if they're not careful. Still down below though, Larlon is now inside of Archives there. Ninjas are moving around as well to try and help his teammate from behind. Pizza Parker holds his angle as he is waiting above this staircase, lurking, just holding the angle, waiting for the head to come appear, and it will appear in just a second if he's patient enough and he sees the head. He can't land the shot. Yes, he does. He's going to get it down onto Ninja. Ninja not paying attention to the fact that there is still that roam not being dealt with upstairs, and now they will be able to get themselves into a better position for a hold here. They will feel the pressure though as the drone comes in and the push comes through from the Ayana of Souther. He knows that he's there. He knows that there's a one deep inside next to the elevators potentially, but Souther doesn't know that he's actually rotated out now. Sees the red dot surely on that door there. Tarso's going to get space big out in the room, and that's the Legion dealt with. And Pizza Barker will still be upstairs as well as Alibi now upstairs on that main stairs holding and seeing if they can put the pressure on from behind. Pizza goes for the rotate and finds a double on the round, the usual from Pizza. It's not too surprising from our 2 times player of the week. He's looking for the third. Can he get a triple? Yes, he can! It's going to be a 2 versus 4 situation and potential for the ace if he gets it. It's a 1 versus 4 now. Dubrovnik finds Larlon, and Souther is left with all we do downstairs inside the garage, but he knows that he could get up on towards this elevator area to try and find the frag onto the player rotating around there. But Pizza, I think, is just shot in the side, but not a lot of damage there, as Souther's not able to land the damage on them. But Pizza Parker still takes the engagement, but not quite able to land any shots himself, as Souther now holds it patiently on the angle, waiting for the swing and the push, as Pizza now goes for the swing and looks for the 4K. Can he go and push? It's 5 seconds left. He's going to go, just pulls back a little bit there, just a bit mistimed. Souther is able to live out the round, and the opening engagement and opening round is going to go towards Missclick on the defence with a straightforward roam play.
Beautiful plays by Pizza Parker. Oh, that triple kill. Insane headshots onto the player that was pushing through archives, taking him down without much effort whatsoever. Narrowly missed the head on that Ash, but was still able to manage and land those shots to finish off the Ash that was playing. That was the Marble Stairs, if I'm correct.
Marble Stairs, main stairs, whatever you want to call it. White Stairs, sometimes I hear. But yeah, whatever. I don't see marble getting used too much. But what I'll do is I'm going to reset the screen share for you. And I'm also going to...
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, I'll do that now. So 2 seconds. I'm just going to restart share play, just because of issues. Some tech issues out here. It's probably due to the wind. It's very windy if you can't hear in the background.
Literally, it was as I was about to say something, you cut ahead, and then the screen would jump, and
Yeah.
it was already someone getting fragged.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Jeez.
It was very funny. I just see someone walking through lobby, next minute someone's getting fragged halfway across the map.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, these are we're going to see some interesting strats here because Bank doesn't play that much, so I don't think teams are going to be scrimming at a whole lot because it is one of those ones that's auto banned. It doesn't really make an appearance in the best of ones, unless someone a team like Missclick who actually like to play Bank or let it through, and then the other team think that they're trying to big brain them by saying, oh look, we'll take an inexperienced map to try and beat them, which is usually a mistake against Missclick, let's be honest. Spacepick holds onto the top square. That's his job for this round, as he's going to wait there and see if this drone will come in to try and find him. It will be sent in by Frippy, who's trying to find the angle and push in on that side for Souther. As he gets up onto the double door, drones in hand, they will be sending in to try and gather as much intel as humanly possible, as now Spacepig's dropped down, or is he dropped down below? No, he's rotated into sight now, as he's moved out from that top square area. Pizza Parker will be the one in charge of holding on to the rest of square and inside the stock area now, as he has quite a bit of utility. You see the 2 ADS, he's got quite a few my magnets here, but he is going to get a little bit aggressive here, as he's massive damage done on his side there, as he shows a little bit too much to the Ayana of Souther, and going to be losing quite a bit of HP, down to about 10 or 15 HP. Larlon finds Spacepick as well on the other side of the map there. Some nades are going to get sent here, but Pizza's still playing behind the shield. They'll hear the hop in, but doesn't see the player, as Ninja's going to find the shot, and Pizza Parker is weeded out of his place as Larlon now finds a double on the round from the other side. Will is inside of the meeting room, holding with the echo, just holding on strong to see if anyone pushes in from the janitor area, but Souther is going to find Alibi. They got the swing come through. What a flick from Ninja to put Will in the dart. And 2Trappy bite back straight away with their own round of their own. What a shot from Ninja.
2Trappy fight back with a flawless round as well. It wasn't even back and forth, it was just a straight out flawless round coming out from 2Trappy.
Probably just have to move on and you'll just have to deal with it being a bit pixelated.
I'll deal with the delay, it's fine.
Is the stream looking okay, everybody? Do you want to say? I'm just so brain dead it works. That's what Shams is saying. Yeah, but it was a good round. That was a good round from...
Defenders,
good
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I see they've got further set up though this time. What do you think?
Awesome. Wait, I need to stop something on my side. Give me a second.
Is it that bad?
I don't know what's going on. I need to sort something. I'll leave. I'll leave share screen and rejoin that.
Cool.
Might fix it.
Not ideal. To be fair, you were having internet issues earlier, weren't you?
10 seconds to go.
I was having internet. I can't
Your stream was a bit meh like earlier as well. It was a wee bit pixelated sometimes. I thought it was just my laptop, but it might have been because of that.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Okay, I think I've made it worse.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's possible. It's made worse. Okay. Yeah, the timer's on 2 minutes 52.
Yeah, you're a good 4 or 5 seconds behind, like. Doesn't matter too much for the between rounds. You'll be alright as long as you keep up with that.
We'll be fine. We'll make it work.
Onto the roof, 3 players for 2Trappy, rather than on the upside down rappel onto those windows into CEO. It's just going to wait here. Toss in a couple of zero cams, and surely they'll be dealt with by someone inside. But there is no one inside to deal with it for the time being. The property is inside that janitor, and Space Big goes to the swing and does get rid of that. Decides to impact that desk away just so that they have a little bit more manoeuvrability. Ali B's down in the middle floor here, down towards the bottom of square as Souther stacks up on towards that balcony door, but not going to push in just yet. They're going to slightly alter this push, I think, as they're not quite dedicated to going for it just yet. As Ninja will be aware, this is the last time that he did this, he did hop in that window and was able to get that all-important frag onto Pizza and get rid of him out of that. Let's just call it the power area. As a beautiful opening pick though is going to be going towards Ali B. He's going to take Larlon away. I think it's actually down from the other side of the map. He's going to find that shot there as he moves now, goes to rotate through and then towards Tatars though. Tatars going to be taken up by Pizza Parker though, and Pizza Parker's dealt with on the refrag by Ninja as he moves through towards Stock now. The pinches came and they've got rid of Pizza on that all-important area now, but Q Souther's going to find the Brovdi inside of Janitor. The yellow pings from through the wall as Will faces up towards Ninja inside of Meeting, but he knows that he's going to feel the pressure from Janitor and he knows he has to get himself into a better position as he holds onto this angle, moving through towards that Janitor door, and the swing will come through from someone in just a moment as Q Souther now hops into support his teammate, but Ninja's going to be shot and dealt with from Ali B at the top of Banana Staircase, and he finds Ninja and takes that ash off of the board as Frippy goes for the slow peek towards Janitor door, but he knows that there could be someone in there, but there's a tall angle being held towards that door there with Space Pig on the other end of that. The swing will come out from Ali B though as he's on this rotate here, so he's considering going for the swing, but it's actually Q Souther who's actually managed to come out on top of that one, even though he was stunned with the Echo Drone there. But Frippy is going to find Will as Space Pig is going to have to play the patience game on this Janitor door as he holds out for the time being, waiting for Frippy to push up to the door, and then should he land some shots, but he can't quite land the shot as Frippy passes by the door and is able to get away. Souther though going for the drone to try and find the information onto Space Pig at 03 as he holds onto this rotate inside of the CEO office, trying to open himself a deeper angle, a longer angle, but both players are here. They could line up here. This could be a double kill if they're able to land the shots, but come through the rotate. The Ayana of Souther though just misses out on the shot onto the Thermite and the Ayana there. It just seems to be a lot of mistimed shots here for the time being, as now Frippy has to get rid of the Legion there. But a beautiful shot through the couch there. Space Pig finds Frippy, and now it's a 1v1 for Souther and Space Pig. Who's going to have the information? He hops over there but can't come out top. Souther! And it's going to be 2Trappy to take another attacking round out from underneath Missclick, as it looked like that was probably going to be a good round for them on the other side for Space Pig, but they just didn't quite able to push it across the line. Hey ho. 2-1.
That round could have gone so quickly to Missclick. Once that first frag came out from Space Pig. Oh, are we a DC?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the pause. Will's got the sound bug.
Oh, okay. Sham, I sent you something on Instagram. If you want to go have a quick peek at that.
Oh, aye.
So you
I have to use my phone. That's the issue. And you send me stuff on Instagram. Whereas if you use Discord or a laptop.
You can see the same enjoyable screen that I can.
Oof. Yeesh. Definitely something on your end.
It could be in my end.
Because the streams seem to be working. And we'll resume. We've got Will back. It just had a wee sound bug and he was just tidying that up a wee bit. But good round from 2Trappy on the attack. It seems to just be working out on that attack on that top floor. It doesn't seem that those nice strats we were seeing from Missclick seem to be working out. But what do you think of What do you think we're going to go for the second? Same roam?
Potentially the same roam coming out the front side of Missclick. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Alibi going to be a
Defenders,
massive
protect
pain
your
in the
bombs
side
from
though.
being defused
For the
by
side
attackers.
2Trappy with that vigil cloak. This vigil could go left undetected for an extremely long length of time and could rain havoc on the side of 2Trappy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, Alibi's the one with the ping issues. I was say I'm having issues now, but it's actually Alibi that's dipped into the
Attackers have discovered the
dipped
location
into a little
of the
bit too
bomb.
much ping there for a sec.
I didn't see the thing, all I saw was the screen jump.
Yeah.
But that general hatch is going
10
to get
seconds
reinforced
to
once
insertion.
again.
Yeah, it
Trying
looks
to
like the
stop
same
that
idea.
sixer play.
Hatch
5
open in
seconds to
here.
go.
Presumably a hatch open inside open, yeah. So again,
Attackers
the
are heading
loose
out to
roam
defuse a bomb.
inside open, and then probably a more aggressive one on the top floor from Alibi, which looks like it is. He's still relatively close to site when you're playing inside open, so you can drop that hatch immediately and you're right back into sight, so not as deep a roam as what you maybe think it is. The space pick plays on top of the hatch inside of server. No one's going down towards dirt though, no one's going to be coming in from that tunnel as Larlon now heads up towards the rappel for the top of square. So they're looking to get the Ayana clone out to get themselves in towards that double door inside of top square as Alibi has dropped down to the middle floor there. I think he was just showing himself on the top floor and making himself, the other team, aware that he was in and around that area. The Brovde is playing on that blue stairs as he holds out towards that kitchen area, just has the shotgun in hand. No ADSs, nothing to protect him, no shield at all, not quite the standard blue hold you would see from a smoke, but then again that has kind of passed. No longer do we see that hold inside of blue with massive amount of utility inside of there. Pizza Parker though is going to be the one on the other side of this wall here, as I think the double up comes out, there's an impact comes through to open up that wall so that the pressure will be on any of the players that have popped themselves into printer. Ninja's up all the way onto the reinforced wall, and it's a little bit of a stalemate here as Pizza Parker isn't able to swing yet. He's just going to wait for any drones to come through that drone hole and try to find him, but you do see that Larlon is the one on the drone on the other side of that wall. He's going to be trying to find him, but does find Pizza Parker inside it, and the push comes through. It's Ninja to find Pizza. The great drone work there from Larlon as Ninja's going to find one, but he's going to have to try and push through the map to find another one as Alibi finds Q southern side of, oh, we're going to find the wrong one, I have to apologise. Alibi though, as he is going to find Ninja with the double on the cut round, but he's going to get pinched out here. Surely he's going to be dealt with eventually. Look at the HP, and surely he's going to be shut down. Yes, eventually, as Larlon finds Alibi on the vigil, and he shuts that roam game down. But Dabrowski's got himself into a cheeky position as he's actually rotated up towards square. They will definitely not be expecting this, the attackers of 2Trappy, but he does! He's been yellow pinged! He's been wall pinged! 2Trappy! Beautiful play there to find Dabrowski on the wall bang, and he'll be wondering how that's came out there. The yellow ping will be importantly utilised to get rid of the Dabrowski, and that'll be all of the smoke utility gone, so that won't be able to get utilised in the late round as the drop comes down as Larlon pushes through the site to try and find the final pick onto Will. It's okay, and he goes and he tries to find the shot, but Will's going to find one. He needs two more to clutch it up for Missclick, but he's just going to have to pull back for now into Gold Vault and wait for the drop on the hatch. Surely this will come just shortly as we only have 30 seconds left. Frippy is inside of the server room as he's going to go for the pinch, and the push comes out from Tatters as he's going through the secure hallway into red. Frippy gets down though. That's a double kill now for Will on the round, and it's a 1 versus 1. Tatters though moving through into CCTV as Will drops all the way back into Vault entrance, and Tatters is going to have to collect that diffuser, and he's going to have to decide where he's going to push for this. Opts to use the Jackal ping to find the ping, and the swing will probably have to come out from one of them, but Will's just going to move back into Vault now and play the time as he knows that Tatters has to go for the plant, and he's going to have to plant in the middle of no man's land, but Will doesn't know where he is yet. He's going to have to try and find the information. He might actually have time here, Tatters though, but he sees the plant and he does get it. Will with a 3k clutch on the round for Missclick, and somehow pulls it back for the brink and gets that round back on the board for Missclick in a 2-2 fashion.
Beautiful round coming out, and I seem to have fixed my delay, so I should be able to cast a little better now.
Good. That's always good. Did you see that round? Can we talk about that round? Did you see it?
I saw some of that round. I saw the roam play coming out from Alibi with that vigil. Beautiful roam play. As we said, that roam game is super important, and who else and who better to put on the roamer than Alibi?
Yeah.
Attackers need to
Yeah, it was a great roam game. was good, but it still didn't get enough done for them. Of course, they ended up in that 3v1 situation. Didn't quite work, but well, he was there. You know, the ever consistent Will, able to clutch it up with the 3k on the round on that Echo. We've stuck this Echo every single round. So, what do you think we've got in kind of store for this? What's kind of the plan? Do you think?
Attackers have discovered the location.
I reckon
of a
the
bomb.
Echo's the only reason the Echo's coming out right now is because the Valkyrie is banned. I'm trying to get as much intel from
seconds to
Sorry as much as possible to try and help if someone's going to play below the C4. Potentially
5
might
seconds to
help
go.
get that if the plant goes down to try use the C4 and take that person out.
Attackers are
Other than
moving.
that, Will has been loving playing the Echo today. In my last game with Missclick, we saw Echo on, or we saw Will on Echo almost every single round. So the Echo play could be a comfort pick, might not be. With grenade denial, heavy grenade denial coming out from the side of Missclick though, will bring the Jaeger and the 1Y.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if this is going to work again on the shield for Pizza, because it hasn't worked the last couple of times, and I'm just hoping that this time they can get it to work, because they've stuck it. That'll be 3 times in a row. They're not opting to bring any of the middle sites, so they seem to think that this top floor is the best bet of getting a win. Ninja this time not opting to go in for that stock window, instead goes for the upside down repel, and now the normal repel, to try and put any pressure on towards that front desk.
He could get a little peek off, he could get a first pick off of this angle, potentially. Trying to find the first pick onto the board and try swing the round towards 2Trappy.
I don't know how successful that's going to be though, pushing from that side, just because there is no players from Missclick over there. There is no one over there, and I can see someone pushing up the stairs at the top there as it's Suther and Ninja doubling up there, but Pizza knew about it, and he's going to shut down Suther. Space Pig knew about the other one as he comes back to the other side to find another pick as well, and it's a 2 versus 4. Pizza Parker at the top of the stairs got the call that they were going to be pushing up there and trying to sneak up, and now he's got himself on up towards at the top of the banana staircase as Frippy now moves up with the thermite as he is sticking behind Larlon is sticking behind Frippy as he moves up here. 1 versus 4 as Space Pig is going to find Frippy on the staircase, sends out that C4 just to show that the pressure is still there as Larlon now opts to go below, moves through tellers, and there's no one down below, there's no one holding towards that square area, so he can go up there if he does so please, but instead he's going to opt to go through towards archives as he moves through, or sorry, back into tellers as he holds onto the angle, because he knows that the diffuser is down on the banana staircase, as he's going to have to just wait and play the time for now, as he's going to hope that someone is going to overswing you, but no one in Missclick has moved an inch except from Space Pick, who's moving around on that banana balcony. And you see the Brovdi still holding his one ankle all the way through towards top square. He knows his job, he knows he's going to have to just hold as long as possible, make sure no one comes from that side of the map. But Larlon's still below, still doesn't know. They're probably just using this as a little bit of a timeout, maybe just to chat about their options for the next round, because this does not look like it's going to be doable. 30 seconds on the clock in a 1 versus 4 situation. Not quite in a bit good situation as we've seen for Will last time. Another one aiming towards that main staircase. Space Pig's now rotating around just to see if there is any semblance of a push coming out from Larlon. But again, he's just down below, and again, I think he is just going to play time here. No one from Missclick is going to go on the hunt. Now they've got the 10 seconds, and now it looks like they have a little bit more kind of movement around at the site to see if they could potentially go looking for the kill, but still no one is going to go for it, just going to play time here. Will goes for the TK just to annoy the Brofty probably, and another round for Missclick. 3-2, finally they get that top floor to work, and it's actually just because they changed the push to Trappy. That's so unfortunate. Just decided not to go for the same push as last time, and this time it is to their detriment. Predictions? What do you mean predictions in the chat? The predictions have been done. The predictions were on.
Have your predictions stopped?
No. Who committed the predict? Karma. Did you commit the predictions? I think Karma might have done my predictions.
Protect your bombs.
The predictions were on.
By attackers.
But they've been committed, I think, so... Yeesh. Wasn't me, one of my mods has done it, I think. Rip.
Attackers have discovered the location of a
I'm looking
bomb.
up for 2Trappy, swapping that attack, and it just did not work for them. Unfortunate for them. But Space Pig with some crucial frags during that round, swinging the round to the side of Missclick.
Oh, I was asking for my predictions. My predictions are Missclick, to be honest. What about you, Arya?
5
I
seconds to
reckon
go.
it will be Missclick as well, but it's going to be a very close game.
Attackers ejected.
From what we've seen, it's going to be Missclick to take the game, but it's going to be a close one.
I think I'll fully commit and just say that the roster changes for Missclick are enough to put this as a 7-2 victory. I think that now they've found their stride, it could be over.
Commit to that 7-2.
Probably eating my words.
I'm going to say 4-7.
Okay, fair enough. The quick entry to the top of the square stairs, the Suther doubles up with Tatters on the Jackal to try and push through from the top of that square staircase. But there's some Tootsies that have been spotted by Tatters on the Jackal, so he tries to find anyone moving through the map. But it's going to be Pizza Parker potentially that has been found on that main stairs, down on the marble staircase. That'll be over across inside of Archives there, but the opening pick will go towards Larlon and 2Trappy as he finds the Brovdi inside the site from an upside down repel buckshot down through and towards the open area site. Beautifully played there. Haven't seen this kind of play in a while, so it's nice to see some great plays on Bank, because we haven't seen Bank at all this season inside of Ellipsis, so it's nice to see that there is some good plays coming out here. No, but Ninja's going to bump it into a head of Will there. Thought potentially Will could have been the winner for that one. He had the strong hold in the corner. Ninja wasn't looking, but is able to flick straight across and finds the skull of the Thunderbird. But Ninja knows that the Jackalpings are coming out as someone rotates in towards the Archives and Tellers there, but he knows that the flare comes through as it's actually Space Pig to find Tatters, but it's going to be shot in the feet here from Pizza Parker, who's holding on towards that marble staircase as he has that angle through towards that balcony. But the Legion mine is going to be set up towards the main top of the main stairs as Frippy now drops in towards Janitor. It was Larlon that stood in that mine there, but will be able to get themselves into stock. Still has all of that utility in the form of the buck, and is able to open up some more of the floor should he like to. But down below, Space Pig has made an interesting rotation into the blue staircase here. No one will be expecting him to be here, especially as the Maestro. They won't be expecting this as Larlon is on the top of that staircase, moving down and just being a little bit tentative as he doesn't want to quite show himself to the rest of the map yet. Doesn't want to push and doesn't want to get potentially swung, because there's quite a few angles to check here. But Fod, or Space Pig 03 should we call him on cast, is the one that is holding on the blue staircase, and Larlon has been able to make their way all the way towards sight now as Q Suther is going to pinch from the other side, but it will have to be wary of the fact that Pizza Parker still remains on that staircase, so they'll have to try and deal with him. But I don't actually know where Alibi is. Alibi's in the kitchen there. Larlon takes the gunfight with him, and it's actually going to be Q Suther to take out Pizza Parker on the main stairs, and Larlon has managed to find the double kill in the round. He's able to find out Alibi, but Space Pig makes his moves out towards there. Oh, he's going to have the Maestro cam. This is going to be a very similar cast to Kickstars. Can he get it? There's going to get 3 seconds left, and he can't. Frippy's going to get the plant down. Just can't quite find the final shot with the Maestro. You have to aim for the head, and now he's in a 1 versus 2. But Frippy is looking a lot worse for wear here as Q Suther is now holding towards the Teller's office, expecting to rotate around. Frippy's in the corner, but Space Pig's on the look for it, and he goes for the swing. He finds the triple in the round. It's Space Pig 03, and Suther has it all to do versus Space Pig here. I would usually say that in the other way, but no, Space Pig's the one, definitely the one with the advantage. He has a diffuser in hand. He knows that Suther's going to have to go for the swing. Can they find the shot though? Space Pig again, and he's not going to find the 4. It's going to be Suther 3-3. No, I really thought that was it, Connor. Jesus.
Jeez,
that was almost like an actual screen grab from fucking Kickstar's Best Cast. That genuinely was like, oh my god, the Maestro, fucking hell.
That Maestro almost coming in clutch.
Oh, jeez.
Frippy taking so much damage from that Maestro cam as well.
Oh
that
man.
Round.
It's so hard. The thing is if you play with any like decent sense, it's so hard to get that Maestro cam right on target, and you have to get the head or you're not going to get it. And Frippy was well within the rights there to stick that plant. That was definitely the play there, and it just worked out there. But geez, what a round!
What a round! Do you wanna take back your prediction?
Well, I'm gonna have to now. I thought that. Okay, yeah. Well, I kind of thought I might eat my words, but hey ho.
We have 2Trappy moving on to the defense. think 3-3 from their attack, not too shabby whatsoever. This game could go anyway, as we've just seen. And they
Yeah, I've actually been forgetting to.
The words going to be Shab?
Oh well, meeting them now because after it set, I'm pretty sure that Missclick we're going to go straight through now and not drop around. But it is what it is. It is what it is. 2Trappy are working against me today, and they'll be laughing at me in the bod probably.
Just get messages from 2Trappy in pod review of this little predicament.
Oh, I can't get over that cast, and I genuinely can't get over how close that was. It was almost exactly the same. The maestro, the camera, bank. Oh, it had all of it.
Brought back memories.
Yep, it really did. It really did. Missclick starts off on their attack though, as they are now head up towards the top floors. They're going to go for a clear through the map, as we can also see that it's down the bottom. Basement is the hold for 2Trappy, and I actually don't know where the other person is. Frippy was looking for him there. He's down in towards the garage. So you see a much different play here coming from 2Trappy. No roam at all. All of these hatches are reinforced. They're instead going to go for that 5-man turtle, which is still a strong way to do this. This is the kind of more traditional smoke hole that you do see on the blue stairs, of course, with Larlon and all of that utility. That is a shield, some ADS is there to protect that shield should they need to go in from that side, but it really does depend on how Missclick going to attack this, as the drones are ringing around to try and find anyone that could be out on that roam. But surely the call will come through that they are not going to be playing any roam game at all. A couple of pings inside the site, as you know that they have some information for them to act on. Tatter's the one at the bottom of the main stairs. 2Trappy, Frippy 2T is the one that has came in from the garage just to try and support Tatters should anyone decide to push it down that main stairs, but still there is no push getting towards the site just yet. Pizza is the closest to the site for Missclick as he moves down that main stairway, holds an angle on these staircase here at the bottom just to wait and see if anyone does go up for the push, but no one will be taking that on. 2Trappy will be playing the patience game and they'll just wait as long as possible. Opting interestingly enough to use one of those thermites on that elevator hatch. It's not the most common attack, but it looks like Missclick have an idea panned out that they want to go for. They'll likely use the other one, which they have actually, and just not noticed it on that open area, or not open area, the lobby hatch there. A little bit rusty on the calls, of course, because Bank has not played that often here. Pizza Barker has rotated around from that main stairs and is going to go for the drop into the vault hatch here now. And he sees the head, but Sutter is the one to take him off the round. Returns the favour and finds the headshot as the drop has came through for Frippy as well. And Frippy's dealt with on the other side as well, but Sutter's going to wait for anyone else to drop. Will drops now as well, and Hatters is going to find Ninja's going to find himself on the ground as the Brobdy finds it, but Q Sutter is going to get himself a double here with the rotate through as Larlon finds Space Pig. It's a double kill for Sutter as well, as Ali B and Will though looking for the final couple of picks here though, but he's downed and out Ali B. Will left on a 1 versus 2, but he's going to find one. It's a 1 versus 1 all of a sudden. It's all just came together here for 2Trappy and Missclick. The plant goes down and he will hear that. Will have the information. He's not aware of where it is actually. He doesn't commit to which one he's going to go for, and the plant will go down. It will be live, it will be hot. There'll be 42 seconds left for Will to hold this one out. He holds it on the door, but he doesn't see the shot as he moves away. Just unfortunate, but he's going to land the shot. Of course he is. Beautifully done. Will the clutch master so far, and he will be the one to shut that out for Missclick on their attack. Whew.
Another extremely close round. This game is going to go to OT. I'm calling it now. OT game.
Yeah, forget about play-by-play. Jeez, everybody's doing stuff at the exact same time. Where do we pick? Where do we go?
100% OT. Calling it now. Calling it early.
Yeah, Will's been playing well. There's a couple of changes, obviously, for the Missclick roster here and there, with obviously Will and Ali B appearing into that roster in the recent weeks, and just picking up. They have been playing so well. Of course, Space Pig has been consistent, and Pizza Parker, that player of the week, and the Brovday taking up the rear on that support player, the all-important smoke player for the team.
Interesting pick for the Echo to come out though from the side of 2Trappy.
Yeah, I think.
Play.
Go for it.
A lot of it today.
Yeah, I think that's maybe just a response, of if it can work for you, maybe it can work for us. I think that's maybe what that is.
Potentially. Still, you can still gather a lot of intel off those Echo drones. try to
10 seconds remaining.
play from good. Because, again, while we're
5
taking off the
seconds
board,
to insertion.
intel is reduced and very limited. So, you
Attackers
gotta
are
use
moving out to
what you
locate a
have, what
bomb
you
and
got, you
defuse
know?
it.
And Echo's all that's left.
That push there was definitely one of those adaptations that you wouldn't have seen on the older bank, just because it was one. This is going to be cheeky here actually, as Missclick have got aggressive all the way into server, and they're going to have the control there, but that barbed wire has been put down. There's actually an ADS here, there's someone that's supposed to be playing here, and who's going to be caught? It's going to be the smoke of Larlon. They've not paid attention to the fact that this could come in so quick. A space pig on the F2 finds the opening pick for Missclick, but he has now got the control of blue stairs, so all of that utility has all been wasted, as no one was inside of server, not fulfilling that job role that was being clearly posted, as no one will be able to stop the push coming in to get that control inside of server. But Southern knows, obviously, he has to be careful moving around inside the CCTV room, as he knows that there's going to be someone still in there. It's Space Pig on the F2 operator of Twitch as he gets the drones in to try and find more information inside of sight. But up on the top floor, we do have Pizza Parker clearing through, or the middle floor even, as Dubrovde now entering the map too. Get themselves through the map and find anyone that is out on the roam. But there is no one out on the roam, as Pizza Parker's actually going to find Ninja in the roam actually. He's inside of open area, I didn't even catch him rotating in there, as Pizza finds the second pick for Missclick, and they are looking like they are starting to storm ahead inside of this round, as 3 players now remain for 2Trappy inside of sight. Q Sutherland gets up aggressive onto the bottom of the marble stairs though, and gives away his position with a couple of shots and the barbed wire, but decides to retreat back to sight. None of the hatches have been opened yet, so no utility has been dispensed yet for the side of Missclick, and eventually they will open up that office hatch. So slight difference in attack here than what they have done for the last time. That hatch inside of lobby has remained soft for the entire round, and I don't know if Missclick actually knew that. I think they've just dedicated so much to this change of attack that they haven't even realised that that hatch was actually soft, and they could just hop on in if they really wanted to. Tatters is the one that's in charge of holding inside of garage, as Frippy is the one on the Echo that we spoke about earlier on inside of the red hallway. Tatters finds a pick onto Pizza. The smoke babes are going to be coming in, or not even the smoke babes, the smoke grenades to come in, and Frippy has to get himself out of there. He has to go in for the swing from the CC window door, even he finds Space Pig, but Tatters though is going to be found on the other side from Ali B. Q Souther finds him inside of garage, and the plant is down. There is 38 seconds left on the clock for Frippy and Souther to pull this back inside of open area. That metal detector is going to give away the position of Q Souther, as well finds that pick there, but Frippy's managed to get himself all the way through CC, but Missclick are able to shut it out. Can't say it's my greatest cast in the world, but that's the issue about playing on a map that we've not been on in quite some time. Missclick are going to take us to a 5-3 lead. I need a drink. I think I might have lost Aria. I know that she was having issues with her internet, so I may have lost her.
Wait, my controller was on mute. Right.
Attackers need to locate and
Oh,
defuse
that's
bomb.
not my brightest moment, because my controller died. I saw no orange light. I thought I was good.
Unfortunate. Metcrae's in retrograde, so we'll just chuck up to that.
So I was casting away to myself. No one to hear.
Oh well. Oh well.
I think I take back my statement of the OT. Potentially.
Yeah, I mean it's coming in waves. It seems like 2Trappy hit the ground running the early rounds, and then it just seems to kind of fall apart. But
I'd love to heard the comms for when that smoke was sitting on blue stairs, and
yeah,
they just walked around the
Objective is to
server,
locate a bomb and
loving what was
defuse it.
happening and what the calls were being given. There was definitely some misplays.
yeah, they were able to sneak right in. I don't know who it was that was supposed to be there. Obviously, I mean a lot of people were in sight, so someone's probably going to be getting a little bit of a talking to in chat or in the comms from not doing their job there, because there was ADSs. There was definitely supposed to be someone in server, and if you have someone on that blue staircase, that is usually what they're opting to do. Rippy's still doing setup, and he's not aware of the fact that he's going to be shot in the back here if he's not paying attention, but he does it! What's just happened? He's just turned around and shot Ali B straight in the chest with the shotgun. Ali B just wasn't expecting to turn around, and that is one of the luckiest shots I've ever caught in stream, I think, there. And he was gonna be screaming at his his monitor. I hope it's not a keyboard.
I hope it's not a keyboard.
Bomb located.
If that's the case, we'll have some problems.
That is one of the most bizarre kills I've seen in a while. Like, and this is getting the impact trick, getting ready to go, and sends it up. It will be successful. The C4 was sent out at the same time, courtesy of Tatters down below inside of Archives, but that won't find anyone either. But Pizza Parker's now gotten pushed up towards Stock and finds as itself a pick to bring it back to a 4 versus 4 situation, as Souther was the one caught at the top of that staircase towards the banana side. Double kill there for Frippy, who's able to find Will as well, and towards that doorway inside Janitor. So Frippy is holding on for dear life to Janitor, though. The swings are still coming out, though. That's the second thermite, by the way, was impacted off, so there is no more attempt of a hard breach for that thermite, but there is still hard breach in the hands of Space Pig. On the 0, he will opt to go on that, but is there going to be an impact to go up or anything like that at all? No, Ninja's getting aggressive onto the wall here as 4-2 now. His starters are going to find Space Pig. I think he just rotated up the back of the square stairs and finds one. And Ninja is looking to get aggressive onto anyone that is inside of Janitor. Frippy gets down to the side of Janitor now, and Ninja decides to hop back through, but Dubrovde is on the swing. That's a big mistake there from Ninja, and this could potentially all fall apart here. They had the lead. It was 4-2 to 2Trappy, and somehow they've got themselves into a 2 versus 2 situation against Pizza Parker and Dubrovde, as they can now look to get this plant down. The smoke babe or will go across the site to cover Dubrovde's entrance here now, but Tatters is going to look to push up towards that area as Pizza Parker holds a cross, and he's going to wait for anyone to swing. The C4 is sent across, but Dubrovde takes massive damage from Tatters as Pizza still waits. The swing does come out. Can he land the shots? He is on the coverage here. Triple kill for Pizza. Can he get the 4 and finish it off for this round? Dubrovde does eventually get the plant down, and Larlon is left in a 1 versus 2 situation for Pizza. Pizza drops out towards the Janitor and out towards the corridor as Pizza now gets himself up towards that meeting area, but doesn't go for push yet. The diffuser is going to go down though, but can you hear it? Larlon just baits it out there though. The wallbang will come through from Pizza, but can't quite land the final shot, and the kill onto Larlon, and eventually the down is going to come onto Pizza. Can he clutch it up here, Larlon? He is going to have to go for it. He's still got 20 seconds, still has time, but the swing is going to have to come through for Dubrovde. Can he land the shot there though? But Larlon's on the receiving end, and it's going to be Dubrovde on top for Missclick as they take another attack. Match point we see.
Another attack taken, and what's the strength match point? What a miss. I'd love to know what happened to Trappy that round. 4-2.
Yeah.
Up.
Well,
gradually thrown away.
Ninja hopped through the breach and just didn't expect Dubrovde to come swinging from behind when he was going back. Just changed his mind on it, and it's one of those ones where you just have to kind of commit to your decisions of swinging or swing or be swung, and unfortunately just got caught in two minds.
If I'm not wrong, I think that breach was a little bit glitched, because it looked like he made a couple attempts on trying to get through it first, and then he vaulted through.
Yeah,
so
it was
looked like he tried to walk through first.
Because it was a crouch height hard breach gadget, which puts like a little bit of like a lip on it where you have to vault it, even though it's quite like almost a crouch walk. So that's the thing that he was having issues with. He was kind of like, oh, well, why can't I crouch walk through this? When actually it's just because of that type of the hard breach it was. And it ended up being the detriment, but I'm still astounded at Ali B's death. Frippy just turning around and just happened to catch him with a super short head.
I didn't manage to catch that because of the delay, but I'll take your word for it and your excitement from it, so...
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be one of the highlights. Definitely, I think clip of the week for the sheer dumb luck of it. A reattempt though, of course they did have the advantage on the top floor, so it was working out. So what do you think they're going to change for this one?
I reckon there's going to be definitely a talk over comms, telling people not to be as aggressive. They got way too aggressive and people were just picked off straight away. And then bring it down to a 2v2. They're definitely going to have to be playing a little bit more passive than they have been, once they had that much of manic. Made the talks these about though, from the IGL, trying to bring it back in a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see what they've got though, as the attackers have got us underway, making their way to the top floor and onto that roof. Ali B though going for the crouch walk into towards its top square though. He has the drone at his feet, so he has the information actually. He could just get aggressive again. Last time, remember, he was shut down by Frippy, but there is an opportunity here. No one's inside a janitor for the time being, and surely the drone will come through. He's going to check stock first, just to make sure that no one's going to come out for the rotate and find them though. But there is a castle that has rotated in towards that elevator, and he's not actually going to go for the commitment into it. The Dubrovdi has got the drone through though, and surely now they has the information that he can pounce. As Ali B still stacks up on towards this janitor door and not going to commit yet. He's going to wait for the numbers to come through and wait for the wall to get opened up before he can get the pressure in. He's not going to over swing, he's not going to go for this push yet. His Ninja now is the one to try and help with the support on towards janitor, but he's going to have to try an impact trick. Dubrovdi is going to have to try and outsmart him here as he sets it on the wall, but again going to send it in, and that's both thermite charges done again courtesy of Ninja. Is able to get 2 of those beautifully timed impact nades, as now eventually this will be opened up because they've made that adaptation and brought along the ace to make sure they have an ample amount of hard breach gadgets to get themselves in here. But Ninja's going to be shot in the back. He turns his back yet again. That's twice he's got himself stuck in a sticky situation, had to turn his back onto the attackers who shut that down. But they still have quite a bit to face up to. His Tatters is going to find LB on the janitor doorway, and they have 2 Mira windows to try and deal with here. Dubrovdi takes quite a bit of damage courtesy of the Mira and Larlon, but there's still 2 of these Mira windows not being dealt with as Souther holds along towards the long corridor towards janitor, waiting for the swing to come out of stock. The plant does go down, and Dubrovdi has now got the advantage as it's down behind that desk. Will holding behind that breach as he now knows that there's going to be a player just moving along here, but Dubrovdi finds quite a bit of shots here. Piece of Parker though is dealt with by Souther all in the long angle though, and Will can he clutch it up here? Double kill for Frippy as the swing comes all the way around. Souther though is going to be dealt with. Will with 1, can he find 2? No, he can't. Triple kill for Frippy, and it's 2Trappy with the post plant win. They take the round and take us on to 6-4.
Defenders win.
Beautiful play from Frippy that round. Get that double kill, really threw it around on the side of 2Trappy, in my opinion.
Yeah, he found one right at the end. Right at the start he found one on the long corridor, and then found another one, and the 1.5 UMP, it does bits. It does bits.
1.5 UMP is a very slept on gun. It's very underrated, and we can just see Frippy putting a good example to how good that gun can actually be.
Yep. Piece of Parker on the hunt for another player of the week, of course. This is going to be 2 weeks on the trot. This is looking for his 3rd. I don't know if it's quite player of the week performance just yet, but we'll see. You know, if we're in match point, we'll see. I mean, if 2Trappy plays,
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Piece of Parker to secure the game. Who knows?
we'll find out. We will certainly find out. But bottom 4 this time, surely they're going to have to tidy up those mistakes they made. Surely they're going to have to make sure there's someone in server this time.
Surely that server mistake cannot come out again. Whoever was supposed to be sitting server is definitely going to be told to sit server again, unless it might swap. Because so that mistake cannot happen again. But that mistake 100% cost that round. As I think it was Space was just able to walk through
10
server
seconds remaining.
and find the player that was sitting at the bottom blue stairs.
Yeah, I mean, things like that when it's so quick. When you just get an opening pick, sometimes it's not that big a deal. But to take away all of the utility and commitment they had for server and blue in one kind of fell swoop, that's where it was really to the detriment of the defence there.
Hopefully that does not happen again for the side of 2Trappy. But we'll just have to wait and see and hope for the best.
Yeah, Souther's the one that's been put in that server area. Souther, the captain, as he goes in and is the one to take up the mantle of the server protector to make sure that Larlon has the backup should anyone decide to push in from that though. Frippy and Ninja inside the site. Tatters is holding on to that main staircase area. So again, 5-man turtle, they're all just going to hold inside the site. Don't want to go for any roam game. They don't want to show too much to Missclick, as they know that Missclick will punish anything that is any semblance of a mistake. As Pizza Parker slowly creeps his way down this main stairway, but there's no one there yet. Tatters on the shotgun as he now gets rid of that drone, but Pizza doesn't want to push just yet though. Gets the drone himself as Dubrovdi has now lost his and will have to drone for himself for a little bit as LB goes for the rotate through and open up a wee angle from that Taylor's area. There obviously is another drone set up inside of open area as he holds the angle from the basement area, or blue stairs. That's Larlon's still in there, but I don't know how much commitment they're going to commit towards this blue stairs area. They seem to just want to move through the map and get themselves in a comfortable position before making any decisions on where they're actually going to go for their execute from. Hatch-wise, they've only opened up the one hatch. Elevator hatches remain soft, with Tatters playing on that main staircase area with the shotgun in hand, just to see if anyone does get aggressive onto that. But it looks like they're going to stack up on towards this blue stairs area. It looks like they've decided this is the commitment they're going to go for. Still plenty of utility inside of the blue staircase there, and that's two smoke waves used by Larlon as he still waits inside of blue for his imminent death, because eventually it will come, but just how long can he hold it off before they come in to collect his ticket, as Souther holds inside of server to support him from below. But the opening pick is going to go towards Pizza Parker, who finds Ninja. I actually don't know where he's been able to find that pick from on the other side. It's actually in Garage he's made his way in, Pizza Parker, but there's a mirror window to face up to that, so that should be pretty safe for the time being. But Larlon's got himself in an interesting position here. He has a shotgun in hand, and he's actually shown himself by quite a lot to the attackers, and they don't think he's aware of how far or up he is, but Space Pig's going to clear him out. Larlon just showing too much there, and the support is there from Sutter, but it's shut down immediately by Space Pig as he drops the hatch. It's going to be a 1 versus 4, and the push comes through, and Tatters is left in a 1 versus 4. Not in the greatest situation now for him as he gets up towards the top floor, goes to rotate through, but surely they're going to hear the sound on that as they know that he's going to have to come through from open area. But Space Pig is the one to try and pinch through, and he knows that he could be in there, and he's actually going to shoot him. Going to get a freebie. Yes, he is, as Missclick take the round and take the match 7 rounds to 4.
Just as I predicted. Just as I predicted.
Well done, good guess.
That was a very good guess. Definitely not rigged.
That was a good game. That was a good game.
Very good game. So many mistakes though coming out from the side of 2Trappy, just costing those games, those rounds.